What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Girl, let me stop playing. What's up? What's up, everybody? Take a few classes at a music college and you swear you're a musician. I am a musician, I'm just not a singer. I need to stop saying that and take this shit more seriously. Hell, I need to look at other streams of income. I should add singer to the resume because Facebook, Meta, has decided to ban my Facebook account. Why am I mentioning that? Because that's a source of income. And that is a huge weight in social capital. Like, that's 150,000 followers I had. Built up over 15 years and stuff like that. I use it for personal and business, 90% business. But, girl, they took my Facebook account. So I want to let y'all know that first of all. Second of all, I'm not fazed by this shit because I live in Africa. And my expenses don't go over $1,500 a month. So when I saw they banned my account, they doing this to a lot of accounts, by the way. They doing it to people's Instagram, TikTok. Meta bans are just going all around, okay? I ain't even get to shout out everybody joining me, but thanks to everybody joining me right now, I had to just get right down to business. But girl, I said this is why you need to always be in a position to not be stressed about your bills. So you can follow me on TikTok. Of course, you guys are here on Instagram. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this Instagram account. This Instagram account may go away. So if you want to stay in touch and be on my email list, go to getthefuckoutofamerica.com. Sign up to be a part of my email subscription because I'm going to start leaning into my email subscription. Anyway, and that's why I have it. For things like this, you can keep your business running. It doesn't affect your leads as much, but you can generate and, create new databases elsewhere. So I get to lean into TikTok, lean more into Instagram. Hell, girl, it's a lot of ways to skin this cat, but I know my expenses every month, they're very, very small, so it wasn't like this huge check I was getting from Facebook, first of all, okay? It was a cute check for Africa because it was, like you could pay for, I'll say hair and nails or whatever. Some cute shit, but it was 150,000 followers. So, still, that carries a lot of weight. And I was viral. I was going really viral with these ocean view apartments that y'all probably saw. Those were, all my posts are going viral. So if by some reason you don't see me on Instagram, it's because of the meta bans. Meta bans are happening. People's accounts are being taken, girl. I don't know why. It's just what it is. And also for the people that are supporting me financially and donating to my GoFundMe account, I really appreciate it because I'm paying for treatment, naturopathic treatment here. And we're updating my GoFundMe so you guys can see just what I'm prioritizing with the funds because it's drastically different than what I thought I was going to do before. Speaking of which, I'm feeling so much better. I'm still improving. I know it was a lot of people expecting me to die. It was a lot of people expecting me to die. Hoping that I would die. I'm not. I'm actually getting stronger and stronger by the day. For real. And I used to have this bloat, I'll call it like a cancer bloat. And it was from the inflammation going on. And that has completely subsided. Like, my midsection didn't belong to me. It was just in hell. I was walking bent over, like being able to sit up erect and walk and do the things y'all have seen me do in videos. Like, I've come a long way from this, misdiagnosis with cancer because obviously I'm not doing chemo, I'm not doing radiation, I'm not doing any of those things. And I decided to go fully naturopathic. I'm taking a ton of herbs and I'm going to be moving into focusing on my liver and my colon, parasites, like all of those things that we know is the root of illness. So that's what I'm targeting right now with a naturopath, Dr. Abina. Shout out to her. Y'all go follow. At Health House Holistics. I'll tag it in this video, but she's been, helping me with her different therapies and treatments. Also with giving me the nutrients, the supplements, the herbs that I need to rebuild my body and to get rid of this illness and dis-ease. And also this inflammation. Like, my stomach hasn't been flat in a long time because it was just full of inflammation. I mean, it looked like I was almost 3 months pregnant. So I have come a long way, and I hate to rain on the parade of my haters, because I have a lot of people that really, really were hoping that I would get worse and hoping that I died. But I'm nowhere near that. You find out who your real supporters are. You find out who your real friends are. You find out that a lot of people I realized a lot of people were mad at my light. For real. Like, they were really, really rooting for me to fail. And unfortunately, it hasn't been a lot of white people. It's been only black people that are like that with me. But that's, that's a part of being an activist for your community. You don't really, I recently, got some flowers. A girl gave me my flowers, Jessica Sedexo on TikTok. Thank you. Like, my whole pro-black era that I went through from 2016 to, I guess, 2020 or 2025. I don't know. I feel like a lot of that, like, I could erase that. Like, if I could do it all over again, I would do a lot of things differently, because I see a lot of our activists and warriors and the greats in the black community that do a lot of the hard work, especially if you're a woman. You may not get your just due, and you may get more hate than love, actually. Like, I'm realizing that even with just brilliant, talented women, like, with this recent cancer scare and stuff, like, I was really just looking back over my life and looking at, all the work I've done and who the people are that come against me the most and try to come after my business and think I'm trying to scam them. Like, we're not an easy group of people to deal with. And I'm just at the point in my life where I'm not going to deal with that unhealthy shit, that traumatic projection bullshit. That's why I keep my comments off. Do y'all realize how much hatred I get in comment sections if I allow people? See, y'all talk about protect your peace. I really protect my peace. Do you think I want to curate my comment section all day because I'm literally just trying to show y'all good real estate in Africa? You would think I was trying to sell children and I was a pedo and rapist that y'all take up for, by the way. You would think I was trying to do something so horrible. No, I just don't like people in my comment section saying crazy shit because they're on a vibrational frequency that's so low and that's so down and that's so ignorant. I don't want to hear it. And covert and jealous. The topic of real estate, moving to Africa, moving out of America, like, do you see how toxic people act about this conversation? I don't want to hear that in my comment section. Because I don't want to deal with our people that are real sick. And y'all wondering why my comment section is off. It's going to stay off. It's going to stay off because I'm protecting my peace and my mental health. And this, social media thing, it's really hard for people to see what's reality and see what's on social media, because those parasocial relationships make people real crazy. They'll think that they have an allegiance and right, to affect you and right to say things to you. And that's just not the way I play the game of social media. Like, I'm going to curate it the way I want. And if you feel that that makes me a scammer, then that's fine. Like, I really do not care about that. So if you've been wondering, why does she always keep her comments off? Like, that's why. Y'all can't take a little piece of real estate in Africa without y'all in the comments saying stupid shit. No, it's real order, it's structure over here. Go to the website. Don't come in my DMs. The comment section is for people that want attention. Y'all don't come with the love and the support and the yes. Y'all come with all that weird stuff. And all I'm doing is showing you what you could live like and how you could live in Africa. And y'all sitting up thinking that somebody out to get you. No, that's not what I have my comment sections on for. And that's not what I'm going to have my comment sections on for. Like, ever in life. Like, I just know how my people are. Sometimes I really, if it wasn't for the girl Jessica Sodexo that gave me a shout out on my book, which was a very pro-black book, black-focused book on health. It was African-centered too. If it wasn't for her, I would think that a lot of the work that I did geared toward the black community was a total waste because of how my own people treat me. I'm like, girl, I could have just did hair. I could have did hair and just had a lavender marriage, girl, with like somebody in the Kojic church, because I need my gospel, I need my music, I need my musicians, and they're really good in the church. But if no one has told you this, you probably noticed this. The greats of your community, they're rarely celebrated properly, especially if you are a black woman. So, I appreciate the young lady that was praising my book. And the honest truth was that I was like, wow, I am nobody like the girl that wrote that book that was so red, black, and green. Like, I'm not, because the people that have damaged me, I woke up one day and realized the very community that I was, putting my cape on for, these were the most misogynist, predatory, creepish people. When my scandal happened and I saw how I was set up by the black man, being so in allegiance and being so race loyal that I was blind and green, really, and not even knowing that I was being robbed. But when things go down, we see that the black community, they gonna stick by the niggas. So I realized misogyny, patriarchy, like I learned patriarchy very late in the game. When I was so focused on white supremacy, I should have been focused on the patriarchy and seeing how the world really hates women and really hates, black women, especially if you're not rich and, successful and stuff like that. Like, this world will punish you for not being successful. And that's why so many people have that pressure on them. But when I see how my community acts toward me and what I do and how bipolar and traumatized and PTSD, like, of a society that we have, when I say bipolar, like, and that's a part of my healing, the anger that I probably carried, I'm sure I am still carrying over how I was treated. Like, if you've ever been accused of stuff and still being accused of something and having things projected on you, like, yeah, like that shit you keep with you, like, it will affect you because it affects your everyday life. It affects your livelihood. When you, like, it was my fault to just focus on black folks, for one, because they gonna always act like even if you do business, you're being a scammer. Like, that's so sad. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm like, ooh, I really could have just not been a flight attendant, but it's like, we really are a mess. And then you have the people that are obsessed fans, and you have to deal with the emotional burden of what it means to be black and in business. And then these people in this pro-black Hotep, I'm realizing, are so broken and have so much undiagnosed mental illness. They don't know who they are, what they are. They arguing about if they African or black. And it's like, these people is crazy. Like, you can't even have a normal conversation. Like, I see the black community from afar. Like, I see us 3D. Like, I'm looking down at the picture and what I have given my energy to for the past 10 years and what it seemed and what I experienced with us. Or what I get in return, so to speak. Because perspective is everything. And I'm not the person saying that I'm not grateful, but I also have to call out where we're sick, and call out what our issues are as a community. So as I do my business, keep my comment sections off, battle illness, all those things, and still do it with grace, I'm still a proud black woman. But I also can be very honest about how I know how we treat each other. We treat each other like crap. And the ladies pushing these false, fake friendships, trying to come. I keep telling y'all, like, I'm not, like, my eyes are open. People are very desperate now. They want energy. And especially if they feel like they can exploit me. Like that whole false cancer scare that I feel like I went through. And I keep calling it a false cancer scare because we're seeing that It's something else. We're treating inflammation, and we're treating the root, as the naturopath says. But coming through that whole thing, that just showed me how people really act. The sisterhood, I've always said, is broken. But if we don't want to acknowledge the mental illness that we have, like, I feel like we're just being fake. And I see a lot of that in the black church. I've been that person to come and be militant and roast and drag the black church and all that stuff. That's not my approach anymore. However, I still am a truth speaker. But I'm not for those fake friendships. I'm not male-centered. I'm not the one trying to get you married. Like, it's a lot of things you may need to know about me. I'm not trying to have these forced friendships offline, because there are women that's trying to get in my personal space, and it freaks me out. And I'm actually kind of tired of it. Like, I need us to understand that we are not well, and I have the right to only be in service to you. I don't have to be your auntie. You don't have to connect with me, hug me. Like, it's okay for the parasocial relationship to stop and start on your phone. But I'm not comfortable when men and women, especially men, I'm in Ghana, how do we hang out? What's your phone number? Girl, I don't like, what are you talking about? This is not the 80s or 90s. I have to be very careful with people, because I also know my people are very volatile. This is the come to Jesus conversation that people don't really like to talk about. And this is the behind the scenes of how my business is, because I deal with us so much, but I'm also, human. I'm in life, and I have to let people know, how I keep myself safe. I'm not interested in people that just want to suck my energy. I know what it is. You need some motion. Like, girl, I'm not, like, I've had people really do creepy stuff. They continuously do creepy stuff to me. And I be so over it. Like, would you leave me alone? Like, trying their best to get up in my personal space somehow. And it's like, oh my gosh, no. And even if I was to hang out with people, it wouldn't be the Christians. It wouldn't. They're the most creepiest of all. People that have unhealed trauma are the creepiest of all. People that have low self-esteem are the creepiest of all, because you looking for somebody you can get some energy from, like me. Like, you want to be in my space, and that's fine, but like, I know what it is. But this is what I have to deal with my people behind the scenes. They don't know whether they hate you, love you, need your services, or what. And it's like, Lord have mercy. I be thinking to myself, what are we doing? Like, like, this is the part where I don't think people really see it. But I mean, people are talking about it. People are very honest nowadays online. But, I do like to let people know, listen, I'm a real person, and we don't have to, push ourselves and make ourselves known and try to get your one in, on art or anything like that. Like, just keep it positive with me. Keep it positive with me. If you send messages, like, I'm actually just wanting us to do a little bit better. Let's just do better as a people. Like, I know y'all are going through a lot, but it just, y'all really seem like it's a hard time, because I could tell where your mind is by what you're trying to project and what you say and how you come at me. Like, I wish y'all could see the messages I get. Like, even on my website, like, I can tell y'all are really going through it. But we also have to know we need to respect each other too. We need to learn how to talk with respect to each other. A shout out to Miss Crawford and everybody joining me right now. But I actually just came out here to talk about my Facebook account being banned. That's why you don't see me on Facebook. I had over 150,000 followers. And it was a pretty cute paycheck that I was pulling. Like, not pretty cute. Let me not say that to black people, because they're like, oh my gosh, she's making money. Let's try to destroy her. So sad. But no, it wasn't like that significant, but the weight of the database and the reach that you have with 150,000. And I was actually being shadow banned on my page. So I wasn't even really getting, the visibility that I was supposed to get. So And it was good for the business, and it was a way to keep in touch with people. It's a lot that I had on Facebook, curating a lot of content over 15 years on Facebook for them to just boom, take it. That's how they do. And I always feel like you need to be financially in a place in life, especially if you're doing this social media shit. If you're in America, that would have been a major hit on my income. It probably, meaning like everything is about the money you make in America, whereas here I don't have that worry as much in Africa. But I would have probably been having a nervous breakdown in America if they took my Facebook account. A Facebook ban years ago, like I used to always dread those when I was in America, and I was really doing very well with my business and my brand and stuff like that. And it was a lot I had going on where I monetized my Facebook. I was only on Facebook a long time, monetizing myself and paying my rent. But IG is actually kind of secondary for me. So having my Facebook account taken was major. I was like, whoa, okay. Well, damn. Okay, girl. I guess we'll lean into our TikTok and our Instagram. I could just roll over and go to bed without it devastating me. Because something like that devastates most creators, especially if you're living in the States, whereas here, I'm like, okay, that's what it did. I've heard the meta bans are going on. I've seen all the posts on TikTok about it. A lot of people are experiencing this. And so even with my Instagram, I be logging on hoping that the damn page is still here. But my page is still here for now. My YouTube, of course, is still up, and my TikTok. Go ahead and join me on TikTok. And if you're not on TikTok, you're probably late to the game. Come on now. Get on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. But they definitely took that Facebook page. I ain't got time to be appealing shit. I don't do all of that because I've heard they're trying to make people pay. They're trying to make people sue them. Like, it's a mess. It's a mess. And I'm just not one of those people that's finna get into it. I'll just watch it from the sidelines and see what other people are doing, about the whole thing. But that's not something I'm fixing to be worried about, like, at all. At all. Nope, not at all. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and say that really quick, that, that's where you guys will probably start seeing a lot more of me here. And I would definitely encourage you to go to my website if you want to stay in the loop and join my email newsletters where you'll get a lot of updates. Like, I'll speak more. Like, it's a lot you can get in touch with me and the brand GTFOA, Get the Fuck Out of America Relocation Services. Go ahead and go to getthefuckoutofamerica.com or follow it on IG, Get the F Out of America. But most definitely for the people that want help relocating, you can reach out and you can see how the company works. Like, again, don't be sending crazy messages to my site talking about how does this work. Girl, read the site. How much does this cost? Don't. Everything is for you to see. Don't come to my shit being an ignorant Negro. Like, I don't like that. I don't have to deal with it. I don't deal with it. We're not going to deal with it. Because I see how we act. And I'm not going to deal with the bipolarism in our society. Like, I'm low-key in my villain era right now. After that whole cancer scare, and I see you can't play nice or you can't play fair. Shira Seven said this. You don't play fair in an unfair world. Like, I'm starting to see what that means now. Like, I have played the good game and still get boxed in as a scammer, still get hit, still get, hit down my Facebook account, and I still keep going. And the shit that I have to endure that comes against me, it don't even be, like, Mark Zuckerberg took my account. Okay, I can be mad at him. Like, that's how I be mad at, seeing how white people, like, affect me and show me that they hate me or whatever. Not, it wasn't just me, it's like tons of people's accounts. But the direct abuse that I get is from black folks. The issues, the people trying to be predatory, push their way in my life, become fake friends, trying to be these sweet Christians. I just want to come pray for you. I heard you was sick. Like, get on somewhere. Like, they really weird out here. People are really, they sound like the real creepy old man from Family Guy. Shh. Hey, how you doing, honey? Like, they real creepy. They want to fondle you a little bit. Christian old ladies and pastors and weird people that think that shit's gonna make me be all nice. Like, oh, they're Christians. They got Bible verses. Like, that don't do anything for me. I'm not that girl. They be really trying to come close when they've already shown you that they're weird emotionally. They'll lie on you, and they need somebody to worship and suck energy from, because they don't have a light even at 50, 60 years old, 40 years old, 30 years old. They looking for somebody, and I'm not that somebody. I've been dealing with a lot of weird people behind the scenes for years and years, and these social dynamics that I have to experience with parasocial relationships, where people really talked about it, we could really get set free. So if you're not offended by this, like, if you understand that this is a black woman that can give services without feeling, y'all don't need to feel this need to reach out to me and try to build with me, fake build with me, and be content creator, do any kind of, what do they call, projects, and I don't want to do any of that. Like, I'm not here for that. I'm not trying to be friends with nobody. I got the friends in my life already that I know. I don't think we meet new friends for real anyway. I mean, associates, colleagues, peers, we need to normalize using those terms more than friend. But what I'm seeing is people that's trying to, that's like red flag number one, is when people try to be too much too fast. And I like the people that can, hey, I can support you, art, blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to obsess about you. I saw you was sick. I gave something to your GoFundMe because I genuinely fuck with her. But it's people that ain't even gave to the GoFundMe and trying to say, oh, I'm in Ghana, I live here now, so let me come around and pray for you and be your best friend, and I've been through cancer too, and I need to get close to you. And it's like, girl, leave me alone. I don't fucking know you like that. Like, I'm not that person. And we need to put our emotions in order and give people boundaries where they're needed. Like, we need to have boundaries in the black community and know that just because somebody has helped you, or like, are we emotionally okay? Are we? I'm noticing we're not okay. So that obsessive, jealous, 1 minute it could be one way, bipolar. Like, I rebuke that shit. I rebuke it, because that's what they be giving. That's what they be giving. Give me some 100s in the chat if you've seen some people trying to force their friendships on you, and you kind of like, you doing too much too fast. It's too much. You can tell that it's not genuine. It's like, dude, like, I can tell you just need some, energy, and you need some ideas. Yeah, thank you. Like, people be really disingenuous with their intentions, and you're not finna be the person that is gonna be the host for it. I'm not finna do it. I'm not the host for that. So, I hope that the people that this needed to reach, it reached, because people would try to use my inbox, my email, like, none of those things. I don't even receive messages like that anymore. I don't want them. Like, I just know that that's a way people have to try to, touch you. If you can't physically touch somebody, you try to touch them emotionally. And if you can't, affect them emotionally, you try to affect them financially. And I've had all types of people try to affect me in all those different ways. And I have my guard up, and especially when it's with my people. And we've acted very, very weird. Like, I have to keep using that word weird, because this is a weird culture that we live in. There were people really hoping that I died. And there's a lot of people right now that's really mad that I'm doing better, that I'm not, sick and bedridden and all that type of stuff. Like, I'm still getting better. I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm a power through this, and all of that. But I can just tell by what people have said and by what I know I represent, and just a little bit of maladaptive daydreaming probably, And just my wiring to just know that this is just the journey that a lot of champions go down, where people do like to see you humble. That's really a lot of people, like to see me humble. And that's something that I'll always be aware of. It's not something that I let just dictate everything in my life, because there are a small group of people that, I know positively have that good energy to send my way, and that don't want to see me humbled or my wings clipped or anything like that. But Ghana has been the place for me that I've been able to insulate myself through all of this. Even with this Facebook meta ban, like, I can just be rest assured that I don't have to feel horrible about the way that affects my income, because that was a little small creator's check, that I was getting. And now that they just poof, took it away after 15 years of curating, that I would have been totally devastated by that in the States. But being in Ghana, I can kind of kick my feet up still and just pivot in another direction. That's what you do as a creator. I was like, okay, I'll pivot more in my TikTok, pivot more in my email database, because I have a big email database from my website. So you guys, if you want to stay in touch, I would definitely, with these meta bans, the way they're doing it, I would be into staying in touch more with the email, because that's really, I don't know, it looks like that's the most reliable thing right now, because this social media stuff, child, is here today, gone today. So go to my website and make sure that you sign up for my email list, because that way you can get updates. I can talk to y'all, like, we can just stay in touch. Because the way they just took my Facebook account after 15 years, and it's never coming back, by the way. It's never coming back. And people got lawsuits against Meta. Just look up and search Meta bans accounts. Do that on TikTok, so you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, they may even ban my Instagram account. I have no idea. Yeah. I don't know why people ask to be a part of my live either. Like, I'm talking. Why do people do that? Like, I be feeling like that's one of them weird parasocial things. Like, even if you're like a normal person, I think you're a creep. Like, I could be wrong, but people that just ask to be a part of my live, or people that's trying to take the mic, like, that's like if I'm doing a show, somebody just walking up to the stage and want to take the mic. That's what it looks like to me on social media wise, like as far as social media etiquette is concerned. Like, why would you ask to be a part of something? You need attention. Okay, they need attention. And it's just, that's why I keep my comments off. It's a lot of weirdos out here that's trying their best. And that's why I keep my comment sections off. I'm not going to have weirdos and haters just constantly saying stupid shit on my posts. Not to be constructive. We're not a constructive people. We're the most unserious people. So you think I want some unserious people saying and projecting bullshit on my hard work and my livelihood, and you're able to say, oh, well, you probably are not being transparent because you're a scammer. Girl, I don't give a damn. I'm a black woman doing business. You're going to call me a scammer anyway. While y'all support the real abusers, predators, scammers, all the fake Umars, all the damn black men, like the damn Polites, from Polite to damn Nature Boy. Y'all support, y'all don't know what's good for y'all as a community. No, full of misogyny, full of hatred, full of hate for the black woman. I was following men that didn't even like the black woman. It's gonna get real. Keep the 100s and the fires in the motherfucking chat. I done got activated, goddammit. I'm the damn one got the got the motherfucking cape on for the black man, race loyal, like a fucking idiot. And then when shit go down, it's me. They calling me scammer when that motherfucker got off with hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you see a pro-black movement with a black woman in front of it, just know that it's a pro-black man somewhere scamming the shit out of her. I'll never forget it. It's like I should have been learning misogyny and patriarchy versus white supremacy the whole time. I wasted 10 years blinded, being that male identified. not knowing that them was gonna be the main motherfuckers have me out here fucked up, the main people that hated me. Can we be honest? So no, I'm good. No, I'm good. And if you Hebrew Israelite, can you please leave me alone? And if you Hebrew Israelite and you find some comedy in this, you can understand why I'm not fucking with that hotepery. It just looks like a bunch of broke people that don't know how to make money and are not rich, will never be rich. They will never have the wealth code. They only want to argue, fuss, and they don't have enough therapy. That's what they look like to me, okay? I'm so sorry. I had a guy come over here one time, Hebrew Israelite. All he wanted to do was act like, pretend that he wanted to buy land, but he just wanted my pussy the whole time. I'm so tired of y'all. It's the same misogyny grift the whole time. These niggas can't even keep it in their pants, but this same Hotep, grifter want to have babies with a woman that ain't even black for all his years and come to Africa and think that I'm finna be the one to redeem him and you want to sleep with me, and I'm thinking you coming to buy land and you got a whole nother manipulation game going on. Girl, the Hotep. That's why I'm like, I'm cool. Hebrew, shut up. Like, I'm so sorry, y'all. Y'all gotta understand. If you know you Hebrew is like you're a good person, understand why I don't fuck with it like that. Like, I ain't trying to offend my whole, like, I don't really care though. Savages don't care. I'm not finna fucking lie. If I offend y'all, if I offend something, I probably protected myself because those are some weird ass people. They're weird. They're weird. He came over here so weird. So. And I'm so naive, not even peeping it until the nigga just prospected me. What do you call prospect somebody for ass? He literally was on some, I'm gonna keep my door open at night, and if you want to come by, you know, it's cool. I'm like, these niggas really be like, I can't believe I ever had the cape on for you. Like, the most unhinged, undiagnosed, broke, weird, I hate you. They got emotional issues. They're violent also. Like, the most unhinged, messed up people in our society, I had the cape on for it. I just had to just really acknowledge that. And I'm sitting up here pushing the sisters to be with them. Man, girl, if I could tell y'all one thing, don't do that. I wanted the book that I wrote 10 years ago that the girls was going up for on TikTok now. I felt bad because I'm like, girl, I was so male identified, pushing y'all into the red, black, green, and black, look, all of that. Girl, y'all need to understand that I'm a different person. Like, I feel like I was a person that used to write gangster rap as an artist, and now I'm on country love songs, and I've changed. I'm not on a lot of the rhetoric that I used to believe in, and some people don't have enough courage to just change their mind, grow, evolve. I'm just not that girl anymore, and I appreciate people that can, you know, appreciate my work and a version of myself that I came through, and that's cool, but a lot of that shit makes me cringe now. Because I just don't believe that anymore, and I don't identify with the people in that community whatsoever. I hear y'all red, black, and green, and Dr. Umar coded. It's a no for me. If you Hebrew Israelite and all the type of stuff, and you still want relocations like that, you don't have to like people you get service from. And if you feel more comfortable with the Hebrew Israelite, then do that. I'm not shucking and jiving and tap dancing for your business. I will never do that. Because if you feel like this has offended you to the point where you don't want to shop with me and that's why we're having this honest conversation, so that you don't come in my organization and do what others have done and think that, oh, just because she's black, you know, I'm going to try to push her boundaries and act like we're the same and try to get in her life and have a debate with me about my nationality. Like, some of y'all wish y'all could meet me just to debate about if we're African or not. Y'all scared the shit out of me. People that are still having those debates and stuff, like, I'm not that black girl. I'm not what you think. I don't care. Like, if you follow Dr. Umar, we're probably not. I can't believe I ever used to follow people like this. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, he's such a predator. Like, and it's amazing to me that people can't see through that shit. Just like now we can see all the pastors are freaks. If you're a Christian pastor, you've got a lust demon so real. You are a lustful pussy hound that, and I feel sorry for your wife. That's what I know now about the patriarchy and the black church and all of these spiritual leaders. They just pussy hounds, honey. This is misogynist playgrounds, and they use us to build the community and get them a fresh, line of ass. That's really what it is. Like, I've learned this stuff at 43. Like, I'm in my 40s and I realize that now. But all of these Hoteps and guys and all of that type of stuff, like, those type of men are not even intellectually compatible. Like, if you're a black woman and you feel like you understand where I'm coming from, especially if you're single or whatever, or you haven't, like, locked yourself down to one of those weirdos, girl, good for you. But the intellectual compatibility or emotional compatibility is just not even there, if we're being honest. Let me get out of here. I don't want to say too much. Like, have you listened to them? I've just talked on the phone with I don't talk to them on the phone anymore. I just don't. I don't do that in my business. Like, I talk a lot to women and stuff, and I do sessions with people. But when I used to talk to them, I used to have this 1 hour session when people would sign up in 2024. I'd never do it again because it was almost like free therapy. They would just dump on me, be disrespectful. Like, you can't create that space anymore for certain types of black people. They were just so, oh my God, they took advantage of it, and it was just a trauma dump session. It was awful talking to black men. It really was. Like, they really have no respect for women, a lot of them. Like, they're very just volatile. Like, they don't know how to carry on conversation. Like, something's wrong with them. Like, for real. Like, they need an audience. I don't, that's why I'm like, what in the hell? So as a healer and a person that understands forensic communication and psychology, like, you need a therapist. And you trying to interact with me and you trying to humble me. You're not nice. You're not likable. You're passive aggressive. The microaggressions are through the roof. Like, I'm just noticing all of these things because you're not kind. You're not complimentary. You're not warm. So you've been in an environment and socialization that's made you hate me. And the black women too. You've been socialized to hate each other through the patriarchy and being a pick-me because you hate other women that other men find desirable. So that makes you disloyal to a sisterhood or even having a sisterhood, which is why sisterhoods do not even exist. There are way too many pick-me's fighting amongst the scraps of mediocre men that they deem are even valuable because society said they're valuable just because they have a penis. When they don't even qualify to be in proximity to you. That's how much women don't understand their value. So I don't play any of those games like that anymore, and so I'm very sensitive to those dynamics when it comes to the black community. So I just don't have to deal with that like that. When I'm here in Africa and I'm amongst Africans, I can tell the difference in talking to black people versus talking to African people or even African men. I don't care, like, if they want a green card. Like, I'm okay talking to African men and how their dynamic is because they're likable people. They have a personality. They're likable. I don't know. I can't say I don't know what happened to y'all, but y'all been through it. The red pill society is real. I don't have to talk to people that don't like me. I can tell when people don't like me. Like, the microaggressions are real. Like, that's why I like being here. Don't nobody want to deal with a group of men that want to constantly take you down a peg. We know y'all don't like us now. We get it. I get it, boo. The mind games, I don't even engage. You got to know who your enemies are. And I was blindsided. Girl, completely. It was my blind spot. That's what I'm trying to say. Being so race loyal, which was a grift. I should have been learning about patriarchy versus white supremacy, because white people ain't even did me wrong like that as much as black people have, and I've never been betrayed as much as I have been betrayed by actual black people, actual certain groups of people where now I know it's okay to have a stereotype. It's okay to have the gate up forever and not let certain people in. And we say all skin folk ain't kinfolk, right? Well, now I get it. But y'all are wanting me to act like, oh, all black men are good. No, the fuck they not. And we need to take that cape off, black women. Because just in being in proximity to us, we give the value. I won't ever give my value like that anymore. I don't just give it away. I don't just allow black men to be around. I'm not that girl. Unless I know you healthy, the only ones I fuck with are the ones that are in my actual life. And the ones that's not red pilled out are the only ones that could probably like me and stomach me right now. Because if you are looking for that male identified black woman that worships the black man, that's not going to be on this page. Don't be looking for that black African centered woman in Africa. Whatever romanticized version you have of me, it's definitely not that. I'm way more feminist. I'm way more clear now where I'm like, shit, after that cancer scare, fuck it. I'm in the fuck it stage. Let's just be honest. I'm not afraid of shit now. I know who really rides for me. I know who really loves me for real, for real. I know what love feels like. And I don't have to be loyal to people that don't like me and feel bad for my experience, because I know I'm not the only one, and I know how to keep myself safe now. And the experiences that I've had in my past, like I told you, I come from a family of people that do not like me. Like I had all brothers, and I could spare y'all the details, but them niggas didn't like me either. I'm the youngest of 4 older brothers. I have way older brothers, and I'm the only girl. Like the microaggressions I experienced from black men early on, and having to understand how they don't like you. I never had to go through relationships with black men that hated me. I always chose black men that would treat me well. And a lot of those men are still in my life, you know. But it's like, I realized outside of that bubble, it's a mess of the socialization of patriarchy, and especially this red pill society. It socialized you to hate my guts, and I get it every time I interact with y'all. It is so, girl, it's never ending. And now that I'm spiritually heightened and aware of shit, I can feel it in the first 10 seconds in they fucking messages they send. Girl, you looking for a maid mattress and a mule. You looking for a mammy. You looking for somebody to be your mama. You looking for somebody to manipulate. Get out of here. You don't want to honor, respect, appreciate, compliment. You don't have any of that energy, but you want something from me. You want to pull from me. Fuck out of here. We're not doing that. I don't have no cape on. You ain't getting no damn points just because you showed up to the party. Yeah, we used to worship y'all for just existing. We don't do that now. Women are better off on their own by themselves. We don't push marriage over here. We push happiness. We don't push patriarchal ideals here to black women. We don't push anything that's oppressive over here. I don't push that shit over here. I push divine autonomy. Any of that shit that you learn in the white patriarchy matrix of America, I don't push that here. I push women standing on their own 2 feet, being able to financially stand on their own and be whole in that way, and spiritually and emotionally, and not feel like they need validation from a fucking man. That was the other scam, ladies. And you walk around here thinking you less than valuable. Hold on. Let me get my shit plugged up. We live. Hold on. All right. We walk around here thinking we less than valuable because we don't have a piece of man dangling on the side of us. Put some hundreds in the chat if you can hear me, because I had to plug up to my battery. I didn't know I was going to talk this long. I'm finna get off. And sometimes the audio goes away. Okay, thank you. But yeah, so now that I don't have to live like that anymore, everything's very clear to me now. That whole red, black, and green phase of my life, being race loyal, I see how we act toward each other. And the real people that stand up and are for us, we don't really get our just due. The real grifters and scammers and stuff, Y'all like to push them up, and people like me, we don't, I mean, unless it's some woman, thank you for the people that do support me. But outside of that, like, unless it's some patriarchal bullshit, I have seen people, my people, so confused. And we sitting up here supporting predators. And we can't see past that. I used to be one of them women too. That was so pick me and thinking that, man, they're trying to bring a black man down. Like those type of people. Like I can't get with a lot of that stuff from the Hotep community, because they're real blind. They're very blind. Y'all don't know good people no more. I can't trust your judgment. If you think Dr. Umar is a good person, we're not the same kind of black. I'm so sorry. I would never leave my daughter, even my son, around him. Y'all don't know what evil look like, do you? Because y'all can be lulled to sleep by a few cadences and somebody that's got the gift of gab. Y'all like that. Yeah. And that's how they keep getting over on you, decade after decade, century after century. That's just a generational curse that's not going to be broken anytime soon. I just realized how that community just didn't have a brain. The most dustiest, ignorant, blind spot having people that choose their abusers every time, don't know a scammer from a good person. Those were the very people that I had aligned myself with. And when I started to really look outside of that, and people that were black people that were really wealthy and didn't know nothing about Umar and weren't into that pro-black crowd, like these were other people that had good sense and weren't emotionally unstable, like get around some other kind of black people. I used to really have my nose deep and nose open to that type of black, but that's not the spectrum of black I'm on. They real sorry and sad and dusty. They're not going nowhere. They're not going nowhere. That's that prison babble, all of that kind of stuff. We don't align anymore. We just don't. We don't. And we like to put the best of us in through hell and not give us any grace, while we take up for, and I mean wholeheartedly support, abusers in our community. And we want to look down upon women. I just didn't know. I didn't know. I used to have my flag up for the most, misogynist, I hate black women community, and it wasn't in my face because I was being grifted and being scammed by the whole love the black woman. No, they don't really at all. And a lot of y'all have woke up to the scam too. So I'm not a part of any of that. And this is a huge reason I have my comments off, because although I serve us, I don't wanna give us the opportunity to shit on my hard work, because I see how we act. I see how we act toward me every single day. Every single day. You working and serving a group of people that don't even like you. That's the hard reality you have to face as a person that works amongst, I guess, the conscious community or whatever I used to be, whatever you want to say, like, and serving black people, serving people that want to relocate to Africa, like this whole community of us. You have to find what works for you and who works for you. But I have to be honest with who I am, and I don't identify with a lot of your ideologies at all anymore. I just do not. I don't. I be cringing when I see my old videos. And the young girl on TikTok that was like, oh my God, our Kathy been on it. That pick me pro-black shit I used to be on, I cringe at my book I wrote. Outside of the good herbal knowledge that was in my book and the African Center, I guess, historical knowledge or whatever, and ancestors and knowing how to practice African spirituality, like I appreciated those parts, but the pick me stuff was so strong. I am grossed out. The parts about how to shrink fibroids and the cancer, herbs to shrink cancer cells, like it was a lot of great knowledge in there that I put in that book. I put my heart and soul in the book, but oh no. When it comes to a lot of the relationship advice and crap like that, I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe I used to be that blind and I used to worship men that much. Like I'm really, really, I cringe when I think about that's how I used to be. But anyway, let me get out of here. I'm rambling. Go follow me on TikTok. Follow me on, I can't say Facebook anymore, But go to my website too, so you can be a part of the email database and you can be up to date on everything. But other than that, that's it, y'all. Facebook is gone. Y'all gonna have to go on YouTube or TikTok. YouTube Art Kathy, TikTok at Art Kathy Official, and go to getthefuckoutofamerica.com. But I appreciate y'all for watching. I really do. I'm gonna be doing a lot more, videos like this. I said I may as well spend a little bit more time on this Instagram thing. Somebody else trying to be in my live, which I don't know why people do that when you're in the middle of a show and they're like trying to come on stage and take the mic from you and be like, hey, I got something to say. It could never be good. You probably an asshole. And by the way, I don't even get messages anymore. Like, if you've ever sent me a message in the past, you get an auto reply. I will never see a reply from you. I have it set up that way because people are very predatory on here. A lot of black people are unhealthy, very mad, very jealous. They don't know how to be respectful. So I have to, really, really be careful with what I have online. And that's why my comments will always be off. And if that seems weird to you, you're probably somebody that thinks that Umar Johnson is a good person. So I won't even let my dog be in the same room with Umar Johnson. Okay? And y'all wonder why my comments are off, because I don't care to hear from people that are ignorant 24 hours a day. I'm not about to sit here and be abused, mentally, emotionally abused by these silly ass comments, by haters, jealous hearted people, and just people that don't have good sense all day long. Do you know I like to have peace? I like to chill. This is how I run my social media page, and y'all have to be okay with that. And if you aren't, baby girl, you can go. It's so simple. Life is very, very simple. And after this whole cancer scare, I have entered into my billing error, and I've run out of fucks to give. I'm definitely not afraid. So if you pissed off by any of this, good, because we need to know who I really am. And I want the predatory behavior to stop. I've been getting it on the back end, and people don't speak up. They're quiet. They silently struggle. I'm not going to suffer in silence. I see y'all. I want y'all to cut it out. If you Hebrew Israelite, we would never be friends. If you're a serious Christian girl, like, it's not that we can't be civil and I can't have you as a colleague, a peer, but stop trying to do all this fake friend stuff, okay? We'll never pray together. We'll never meet and go to church. Like, that shit is weird and lame to me. Like, I need people to back all the way up. And if you ever meet me here in Ghana, I'll probably run away and get in the car and leave. And if you like a black man, like one time I was in the States, this was in 2021, and a Hebrew Israelite, I don't know why all Hebrew Israelites are big ass dudes. He's this big ass dude, and he had approached me in McDonald's. I was getting some McDonald's, whatever. But no, was I getting McDonald's? Anyway, he approached me and had this long conversation. It was so uncomfortable. And my boyfriend at the time was right there with me, and I was just like, this is weird. This guy could not shut the fuck up talking to me. And then it just turned into somewhere else where they almost want to try to argue and tell you about yourself. Like, I don't like that. I'll probably spray somebody with mace, because we're very volatile people, and I've had people make up lies on me so much where I'm hyper vigilant. I don't let people make up stuff because the person made up that they slapped me. I've never been slapped by anybody. But you're not going to even do it. Some people want to do it. Some people can't wait for that opportunity. That's how I know. So it's like I would probably be like the Loch Ness Monster of Ghana at this point. I don't want to meet anybody, because they weird and they are violent and they're dangerous. Because they see all this light, and because they don't get to have it in the way or experience it in the way that they want, they'll make up some drama, they'll make up some issue, they'll make up some scandal just so that they can pierce your life and impact your life in some way. People do it all the time. You want to know the stuff I hold on to, the real shit I go through? I'm not gonna just keep experiencing it. Like, I see what it is now, though. But I think this could really help somebody. And I think that it could really help, shed light for people that are wondering how to interact and know a little bit more about parasocial relationships, because they do exist and they do affect your life. And so if you don't acknowledge the mental illness that Black people have, we're not really having a real conversation. Because on the business end, I get to interact with us and see how we treat each other. And we don't have a lot of grace for each other. We automatically coming in the gate, doing dumb shit, coming up in my business, trying to destroy my business when my business parameters are very clear. And because you don't follow the rules, you want to go take it a step further, be a fucking asshole, do dumb shit, asking for refunds, unjust, like it's just dumb shit that I have to deal with us. Just goofy shit. Like I don't like not talking about stuff like this. So it makes me feel better now, because now I know I can, expect a little bit better moving forward. So if you was thinking about reaching out to me, I'm not finna deal with certain things and dynamics. The microaggressions and all of this type of shit. If you think I'm a scammer because I got my comments off, like all of that goofy shit, leave me the fuck alone. I've seen y'all trying to send me messages. They're so negative. They're so, they're predatory. They're grimy. They're messy. They're nasty. They're jealous-hearted. Like, they're abusive. Like, girl, no. I'm over here healing. And you think I'm being wrong when I say I can tell y'all hate Black women. I know you don't like Black women by the way you talk to me. That's how red pills got you. And how patriarchy have you. Like, I don't belong to you. You see woman as ownership, especially if she's a Black woman and a brown Black woman. Like, like I get all of our microaggressions and what we go through. And I just don't have to deal with it from y'all. I don't. If you Hebrew Israelites, super Christian, super religious, back the fuck up. Not in my personal life. You'll never meet me. We'll never know each other. Don't ask to pray for me. Don't do that. Just pray. Go on. Don't be trying to humble me through scripture and tell me I need to repent for my sins. Weirdo stuff. Get out of here with that. Anyway, I'm out of here. Take care. Do not DM me nothing weird. I immediately delete and block. So I be letting people know, this is how I protect my peace. When you use these platforms, that's how you use them. We're gonna be real honest moving forward, and I'm gonna keep making videos like this since they took my Facebook. But now after that cancer scare, I appreciate the people that contributed to my GoFundMe, because they're the people I can be really honest with that are honestly supporters of me. They're not mad at me for existing. They're not trying to humble me. That's what that platform on GoFundMe is for. I can see who really not mad. They so used to me being great, I can't ask for help and all this type of silly shit. Like, my Facebook platform's gone, so you're not going to be able to find me there. So, holler at me on my website. And I'm going to be pivoting into a lot of other different platforms. So that's the blessing. When you get one platform taken away, it makes you pivot in a whole different direction. And thank God I live in Ghana to where that does not even affect me or my life or my business. It doesn't have to affect me in a horrible way, which I know it probably would have if I was in the States. All right? So thanks for joining me and listening to me have my rant of truth. And I'll talk to y'all later.